Welcome to the 359. I'm Roger Cheng, and with me is special guest CBS Interactive CEO Jim Lanzone. Jim, how you doing?
I'm super excited.
Jim, as an introduction, is the CEO of CBS Interactive, which is a vast conglomerate of which CNET is a big part of.
Yes.
So he's here to talk about CBS All Access and specifically Star Trek Discovery, which is one of the flagship shows that will be debuting sometime in the fall.
You're specific. It's specific for you because you're a fan.
I am a fan.
You want to talk about it?
Yes.
Sometime in the fall.
So that's all we got, though.
That's all we're saying so far.
Are we going to get a little bit more?
No.
Tomorrow? All right. Well, upfronts are tomorrow, so we might get more details tomorrow, hopefully. But let's talk about the show because, you know, we've gotten a smattering of details about casting news. Sonequa Martin Green, fantastic. Big fan from Walking Dead, is the lead actress for the show.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about, you know, what can we expect from Star Trek Discovery?
Well, no, I mean, we it's true. We are in the middle of production and we are not saying a whole lot yet. Other than that, you know, it's a whole new Star Trek, and we are with CBS All Access, which for those who don't know, it's our subscription video on demand service for CBS programming. $5.99 a month, $9.99 for the ad free version. Where, you know, we've historically it's been our library of programming all the way back to I Love Lucy. It's over 9,000 episodes of shows. You actually can watch your live feed of your local CBS station. Yeah. So watch NFL games, watch the Grammys, watch your local news. And then we announced that we're doing our own original programming, the first one of which was an online version of Big Brother. The second one was the sequel to The Good Wife, which launched in February, called The Good Fight. And then Star Trek will be the next.
Okay. Well, I mean, tell us, look, we've got the movies, which are sort of more broad-based. They're definitely less for Trekkies and more for everyone else. And they're the shows that were for the hardcore Trekkies. Where does Discovery fall in?
We'll see. I mean, it's definitely it's a series that will live online. And so, but it's definitely being done in a different way than it's been done before. It's going to be very cinematic, very high production value. And, you know, grittier, the way that a lot of, you know, premium cable shows are today. That's definitely the approach that that the team is taking to developing it. Are we going to see like
Game of Thrones type sex, decapitation, violence?
I mean, I highly doubt that. I mean, the difference is that you could if you needed to, right? If the showrunners and creators wanted to tell that story, they could, because living online, there technically are no ratings, but. You know, in the past, someone asked me that question. I said, "Yeah, theoretically," and then everybody went berserk, saying, "I can't believe you're going to have naked Klingons." But no, that's not.
Naked Klingons. Then
that is, you know, that's the intent is to make a great Star Trek,
right? And
the people who are doing the show, who are not CBS executives, they are, you know, very talented showrunners, and you know, they are people who are steeped in Star Trek and. You know, are all very deep, you know, into the history of the program, and I think the show reflects that.
And it's an interesting take because Sonequa Martin Green's character, whose name is Michael, which, you know, had some people scratching their heads. She's not the captain. It's like the first show where it's not really focused on the captain, which is an interesting thing. She's like the first officer. How does that change that dynamic?
Can't talk about that. That's too detailed. But, you know, in the future, people could be named anything.
That's true.
You're judging based on 2017.
True. But what about the fact that we're focused on the first officer as opposed to the captain, who Jason Isaacs plays him? But it's an interesting dynamic. It's different than the normal show.
Yeah. Again, I mean, we are still too early to talk about the exact details of that. But certainly, as you can see from, you know, everything that's been put out there so far, it's a very diverse cast.
Yes.
It certainly is going to be very original. And you know, in a good way, different, I think, than what people have seen before. But that's always been the history of Star Trek. I mean, it has always broken new ground.
Right.
You know, culturally, philosophically, it's always been a very intelligent, smart show beyond the dynamics of science fiction and visual effects and everything. So I think, you know, knowing who's making this show and the people who you know who the creators are. You know, they know all that, and that's absolutely a big part of the show.
Awesome. All right, well, the upfronts are tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get some more details. If so, check them out on CNET. I'm Roger Cheng. This is Jim Lanzone. Thanks for listening.